Alright, so that's funny because I just pressed cut off and now I'm recording and I feel like I'm just going to continue. Basically, this video is me coming out to my parents or people important to me, basically my parents, and then whatever else I'll talk about after because, you know, I'm very ADD and I can never really talk about one thing. Anyway, so I just talked about how I came out to my friends in college. And this is January, not this past year, but year before. So January 2011, I came out to my friends and my brother. Then it was random, like, you know, like January, February, March. My dad started texting my brother and asking, like, hey, do you know if Maylin's been experimenting and, like, dating girls, like, just wondering, like, there's rumor that she likes girls. And I'm thinking, like, how the fuck do they know, right? And, well, apparently my little sister kind of told them a little something, and, because I always joked with her, like, hey, Maylon, like, what would you do if I was gay? Or, like, hey, Maylon, like, I have something important to tell you. And she'd be like, what? And I'm like, I like girls. She's like, no, you don't, shut up. I'm like, yeah, I know, I was just kidding, you know, like, just trying to see her reaction. And, so, yeah, so that's apparently, she told my parents something, and, yeah, I mean, it's no big deal, I don't really care. I'm really glad that that happened, though, like, so that they had time when I was away at college, they had time to deal with it in their own way without, you know, like, them trampling all over me or something. So, spring break comes, March or April. I'm very bad with times. I can just tell you around what time, like, oh, it was around spring break, or oh, it was around this time. And so, I'm home, I'm in the car with my dad, and we're driving. Well, he's driving, I'm in the passenger seat, and he's like, man, like, can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, it's a very sped up version, because I talk too much, so I'm trying to talk fast, so I can get a lot in. Anyway, so he was like, so, there's been question going around with the family about your sexuality, and I was like, fuck, like, oh shit, what am I going to tell him? And I was like, well, I've never been with a girl, so why does it matter? I'm a very bad liar. So I always just tell the truth, because there's no point in me trying to lie, because I'm very bad at it. I just, like, I don't understand how people can lie. Like, I don't like lying. Like, it's, like, you know, like, so I don't lie to people, because it's stupid. I mean, it's pointless. So I didn't lie to him, and I was just like, well, I've never been with a girl, so why does it matter? And it's true. Like, I knew I liked girls, and I've never been with any. I've never been with any. And so he was just like, oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It would just be nice to know, because we're your parents, and we talking bullshit. And so I was just like, okay, like, fuck, like, I almost got caught, like, whew. But basically I was thinking, like, I didn't lie, so he can't be mad at me because I didn't lie about it. And, basically we get home, blah, blah, get back to college after spring break, and me and him are on the phone. Me and my dad don't talk that much. So I'm saying this and it sounds like we talk a lot, but it's very rare. I actually don't feel comfortable being around, not even just my dad, but, like, around older guys or guys with authority. And I think it has a lot to do with my childhood, but my anxiety gets really bad. So I don't even feel comfortable around my dad. I mean, he's my stepdad, but he's been around since I was 2. So he is my dad, you know? And, I don't feel comfortable around guys. I mean, I had a lot of guy friends when I was younger. I think it's just, I'm really screwed up in the head. And so, it's just something I just don't feel comfortable with. Anyway, so he called me. I just made this shirt. I cut it. And it was the first shirt I cut. So I'm thinking, like, cut it a little bit more, make the straps thinner. I don't know. Anyway, so oh yeah, so we're on the phone and we're talking about my little sister because she was having issues at school, and it was awkward. Some guy was, like, staring at me the whole time he drove by. So we were talking about my sister, and it was, like, a really, like, intense conversation. And so towards the end, well, technically it was the middle because he made it longer, but towards the end he said, I was like, you know, Dad, remember about the whole questioning my sexuality thing? He's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I do like girls. He's like, I knew it, why'd you lie to me? And I was like, I didn't lie. I was like, I told you I've never been with a girl, and so that it doesn't matter my sexuality. And I was like, and it's true, I've never been with a girl. never even kissed a girl. And he's like, well, I kind of always knew ever since you were little. I just, like, were little signs, and you'd be overprotective with your friends. And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, but you know what? I think it's just a phase. Like, a little bit after. So I'm thinking, like, to myself while he's gabbling on, I'm like, okay, so he knew forever since I was little, but it's a phase. So it's been a phase my whole life. Like, people don't understand, it's not just a phase. Maybe you don't understand whether you're lesbian or bi, or gay or bi, period. And that's okay. You don't have to be certain. Just the fact, like, I know I like girls. Like, whether or not I was still attracted to guys, I wasn't sure. Like, it was all very confusing, and it was all very new to me. And she also, I mean, it's not a phase you're going through, but that doesn't mean you aren't attracted to girls, or you aren't attracted to guys. And so he's like, you know, I think it's just a phase, so do me a favor, and don't give up on guys. He's like, if not for yourself, you like my voice for him, if not for yourself, then for me, because he's really sick, and I don't know, and that's a whole different story. Basically, so he's like, you know, if you, and this really got to me, because my whole life, all he's ever done is criticize me for my weight. It's never been anything else, it's just my weight. Because I made straight A's in high school, in school period. Like, I was always very good academically. I played sports, I'm just bigger. Like, I've always been bigger my whole life. And so he was like, just, if you were a head turner, if you walked in a room and every guy was staring at you and wanted you, you wouldn't even be looking at girls. And when he said that, I was just like, wow. Like, that's what you think? You think I can't get a guy? Like, that's what he was saying. And, I mean, I don't talk to him about the guys I've hooked up with. Like, there's no reason for me to. I'm like, talk to your parents about that. I mean, some people tell their parents everything. That's wonderful. I just don't have that relationship with my parents. And so that's why it would be weird. So I was just like, huh. And he's like, yeah, date around, you know, you don't know what you're missing, because he knows that they know I'm a virgin. I wouldn't tell him that I wasn't, but they knew that I was a virgin. And so he thinks that I don't know what I was missing out on. And so I kind of lost a little respect for him, but he is my dad. So I was just like, you know what, Dad? Yeah, like, I promise. Like, I'll keep trying with guys. Maybe it is just a phase. You know, I was trying to make him happy. It's not just phase, by the way. And so we talked about my mom, and I was like, just please don't tell her. Like, let me tell her on my own. Like, I understand y'all are questioning it, but it's not confirmed with her, and I want to be the one to tell her. And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, I'll tell her. I mean, I won't tell her. And I was like, awesome, you know. So anyway, oh my God, okay, quick story. My birthday's May 4th. So we went out for my birthday, me and all my friends in college, and this is bad, but I ended up bringing a guy home. You know, just trying to listen to my dad, trying to keep my options open, right? So I brought a guy to my dorm. This is my only time I've ever done this all year. And so I'm pretty sure, like, it's because he told me to hook up with guys. And I almost ended up losing my virginity to him. Some random dude I met at a club. Honestly, I don't remember what he looks like. I mean, he was kind of cute. He was tan. I mean, I like tan girls. He was tan. He was, like, really skinny. He was in some fraternity. I don't know. Frat boys are cute, right? Anyway, so I almost lost my virginity to him. He kept, like, trying to, and then I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, I wanted him away from me, off me, gone, right? So I, like, jumped up and I was like, oh my God, like, my girlfriend's gonna kill me. I don't have a fucking girlfriend. I just wanted him away from me. So, yeah, basically we ended up, like, just cuddling in my bed, and the next morning I acted like I was really sick and I wanted him to get out. I was like, I don't feel good. Can you just leave? Like, I don't want to throw up in front of you, blah, blah, blah. So he left and I never talked to him again. Anyway, so yeah, that was me trying it out with guys. It didn't work. Sorry, Dad. So my mom, I was home and I was doing, like, background work for movies, and we were on our way home because I did it with my mom, and it was the end of May, beginning of June, so I'm not really exactly when, but I just know it was after I got home from college, but I don't know, you know? Okay, so we were in the car on our way home on the causeway, and we were having an intense conversation about my older sister. And so I was like, shoot, like, we're having an intense conversation. Might as well tell her better now than make it awkward later. So I was like, we're already in a conversation, you know, so So it was about my older sister. And I was like, hey, Mom. She's, yeah. And I was like, you know how there's been question about my sexuality? And I turned to her. She's driving. And I turned to her. And she's fucking crying. I didn't, like, the whole time I wasn't looking at her. I was kind of just like, yeah, like, agreeing with her about whatever we're talking about. And so now, like, I look at her and she's got tears coming out of her eyes. And I'm like, fuck. Like, this is the last thing I want. I don't want to hurt my mom. And so I told her, I was like, I do like girls. You know, and I try to explain it more to her. I'm not sure exactly what I said, but, like, I was waiting for her to respond. So, like, I didn't want there to be any awkward silence. And I'm good at talking, clearly. And so, basically all she said was, if that's what you want. And so, I mean, I told her, I was like, I've never been with a girl. And I don't think I'm lesbian. I think I might still like guys. I don't know, blah, blah. I was trying to not make it too harsh on her. And so we don't, I mean, after I came out to them, I never talked to them about it, ever. I knew they didn't agree upon it, I don't know, but they didn't agree with it, and I never talked to them about my guys, so why would I talk to them about my girls? You know, we're not that close. I love them to death, but there are some things I just don't talk to my parents about, and, like, I've never had this sex talk with them. Like, that's fucking awkward. Why would I want to, like, hey, daughter, like, you know, when a man and a girl love each other, which I'm glad I didn't have that talk, because guess what? What if a woman and a woman love each other? Like, fuck that shit. Okay. So, yeah, that was me coming out to my parents. They didn't kick me out. We just never talked about it. And then I think my time's running out. I don't know how long my limit is before I can't post it onto YouTube, but I know it's not 20 minutes. And so, anyway, so basically we never talked about it, but there were a lot of issues on it later on. I would wake up and it was just like gay topics all the time, and they would always just disagree upon it and be like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And my mom called people faggots all the time. And it's just like they knew it affected me, but they were doing it indirectly to hurt me. I mean, it's very difficult, but all in all, I came out to my parents. They didn't kick me out. They still love me, but they don't love that I like girls. And no, I'm not bi. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, I could date a guy. Fuck, I would love to date Channing Tatum. I would not have sex with him, though. See, like, I don't like wee-wees. It's just not my thing. Like, no thank you. So, like, Josh Hutcherson, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, any other, like, hot guy, fuck yeah, I'd date him. Like, hey, look, we're cute together. But I would not let him stick his wee-wee in my hole. Either hole. Oh, God, I don't even want to talk about that. Oh, so yeah, I'm going to go. I was about to start on a different topic, but I'm running out of time. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, you know, follow me, Tumblr, all the other good stuff. I'm about to make some more videos, actually. God, I'm making so many videos, but I'm just, like, in the talking mood. But, like, there's just a lot more stuff in depth, and I talk a lot, and so this video is a lot longer than what I need it to be. Anyway, follow me on Tumblr, subscribe, whatever else all those people say in their videos. Just, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any more questions about, like, me coming out or issues, or if you have issues and you have questions, just let me know, and I'll make a video, or I'll message you back or text you or whatever. So, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye-bye.